Marilyn Manson allegedly groomed and repeatedly sexually assaulted a 16-year-old girl in the 90s, according to a new bombshell lawsuit. The shock rocker allegedly first attacked the girl, named as Jane Doe in the suit, filed Monday in Nassau County Supreme Court and seen by Page 6, after inviting her on his tour bus following a Dallas show in September 1995 and then threatened that if she told anyone, he would kill her and her family. The filing alleges that Manson, whose real name is Brian Warner, within weeks began calling the girl and asking her to send explicit sexual photos of her and her friends to his fan club, Satan's Bake Sale. Manson, now 54, then invited her to a December 1995 show in New Orleans, where, the lawsuit claims, he took her back on his tour bus and became more aggressive and again sexually assaulted her, including kissing, biting her breast, oral copulation and penetration. On both occasions, there were allegedly other members of Manson's entourage on the bus. The victim alleges that she then became addicted to drugs and alcohol and was lured into Manson's dark world of drugs, alcohol, sexual deviance, harassment, abuse and assault. Then in 1999, when she was 19, she was invited on tour with Manson, where he continued to groom and sexually assault her for the next 4 weeks, the suit claims, adding, Manson often coerced plaintiff to have sex with him and other band members or his assistant at the same time. Manson controlled what plaintiff could do, who could touch plaintiff, and who he wanted plaintiff to be with sexually, all while providing plaintiff with drugs. The lawsuit also names Manson's labels, Interscope and Nothing Records, claiming they knew or should have known that Manson had a history of giving drugs to female fans he allowed backstage, onto the bus and in hotel rooms, and sexually assaulting minors and women. It adds that the labels knew the performer was inviting minors onto his bus after shows and were well aware of his obsession with sexual violence and childhood sexual assault. Doe's attorney, Karen Bartholomew Menzies, tells Page 6, sexual predators in the music industry don't act alone. It takes a network of people to aid and protect the artists who commit these heinous acts. In order for there to be meaningful changes in the music industry, we have to do more than just hold the predators accountable. We have to force the record companies to acknowledge the crimes they allow to occur, and in some instances facilitate, and we have to force them to take responsibility for permitting and profiting from outrageous criminal behavior. Doe is seeking damages to be determined at trial and an order preventing Manson and his labels from exposing minors and vulnerable adults to sexual abuse and exploitation. Manson's attorney, Howard King, and representatives from Interscope and Nothing Records didn't immediately get back to us. Manson strongly denied the claims. The terms of the settlement, which was reached out of court, are not known. Bianco was one of more than a dozen women who came forward with allegations of sexual abuse against Manson after actress Evan Rachel Wood claimed on Instagram in 2021 that he had abused her, which he said was untrue. Manson sued Wood for defamation, but she stood by her claims, saying, "I have the truth on my side." Bianco, 40, and Wood, 35, co-created the Phoenix Act, which expands the rights for survivors of domestic violence to file legal claims. Manson has said in a court declaration, "I understand that on or around February 1, 2021, Evan Rachel Wood posted to Instagram that I was her abuser, and shortly thereafter a number of other women simultaneously emerged with false public accusations against me of abuse, assault, rape, threats, trafficking and the like. These women include Ashley Morgan Smithline, Ashley Walters, Jane Doe, and Esme Bianco. To the extent I had relationships with these women, those relationships were consensual." He continued, "I never abused, assaulted, raped, threatened, or trafficked any of these women, as they contend. Their accusations against me of abuse, assault, rape, threats, and the like are unequivocally false.